object, if it's technological, it would maneuver, or it would release some mini probes, and or it will broadcast some signal, or it will have some artificial lights coming off it, not just reflection of sunlight.
What if an object of intelligent design entered our solar system? According to renowned physicist Michio Kaku, you would look for key signs. It would maneuver in ways that defy gravity, release smaller probes, broadcast signals, or emit artificial light. For months, skywatchers believed 3I Atlas was just another cosmic wanderer, the third interstellar object detected after the infamous Oumuamua and Borisov. They were wrong. The story didn't begin in a state-of-the-art NASA facility, but on a remote Chilean hillside with an amateur astronomer named Leslie Peltier. For weeks, he tracked the object with his research-grade telescope, a lonely sentinel watching a fast-moving phantom from deep space. At first, it was predictable. A ghostly green tail glowing with carbon monoxide, a visitor passing through. Then, on the morning of September 19th, at precisely 2 a.m. UTC, the universe changed. Peltier froze. There on his screen, flanking the emerald streak of 3I Atlas, 9 new points of light had materialized from the void. They were dim, but they were undeniably real, moving in perfect, unnatural formation with the main body, like fireflies guarding a celestial lantern. He uploaded the images to astronomy forums where professionals initially scoffed, dismissing them as sensor noise or cosmic ray artifacts. But their skepticism was short-lived. Within 48 hours, the world's most powerful eyes confirmed Peltier's discovery. The James Webb Space Telescope, Hubble, the Very Large Telescope, and the Keck Observatory all turned to look, and they all saw the same impossible sight. These are instruments built to see the dawn of time. They do not hallucinate. The terror was in the uniformity. Every spectral analysis confirmed it. All 9 objects shared the exact same velocity, the same trajectory, and the same eerie green tail as 3I Atlas. They were not from our solar system. Moments before, humanity had been tracking one interstellar object. Now there were 10. Spectroscopy revealed they all shared the same exotic, metal-rich signature: nickel, cobalt, and high-temperature alloys. But there was a horrifying distinction. Each of these 9 new objects was a fraction of the size of 3I Atlas, yet each one was powered by a core that appeared to be twice as powerful. The mathematics alone sent a shockwave through the scientific community. Scientists were already baffled by 3I Atlas, which seemed to possess a 10-gigawatt power source. But its 9 companions were each radiating an estimated 20 gigawatts. This figure is not just unusual. It actively defies the known laws of physics. A fusion reaction on that scale inside a body no larger than a city block should tear it apart. Our most advanced nuclear reactors, weighing thousands of tons, struggled to produce a fraction of that power. Yet, here were 9 objects, each packing enough energy to power an entire continent, locked inside fragments hurtling through our cosmic backyard. When astrophysicists at Caltech and MIT fed the data into their supercomputers, the machines crashed. Again and again, the equations refused to resolve. You simply cannot contain that much energy in such a small space without technology far beyond our own, exotic materials or impossible magnetic fields we can only dream of. This wasn't natural, but the true mystery was their arrival. How did they appear so suddenly? The world's greatest telescopes, NASA's Juno spacecraft at Jupiter, the Parker Solar Probe grazing the Sun, all these eyes were watching, yet none saw them coming. According to Avi Loeb's team at Harvard, the 9 objects blinked into existence in just 0.1 milliseconds. To understand that speed, a human eye blink takes 300 milliseconds. This event was 30,000 times faster than you can blink. It was too fast for any camera, any sensor we possess to capture the moment of their birth. They simply were not there. And then they were. Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb, never one to shy from controversy, immediately resurrected his Oumuamua mothership hypothesis. He declared that one thing was certain. These were not random fragments. They were probes, deployed only after entering our solar system. Their purpose? Unknown. But Loeb warned of a worst-case scenario. These could be autonomous UAP drones, here to map our system, or worse, to take something valuable. But other scientists, including Michio Kaku, proposed a more natural, less terrifying explanation. Kaku suggested 3I Atlas, an unusually resilient body traveling at over 60 kilometers per second, might have collided with another object, shattering into super-dense fragments that retained its energy. But Loeb fired back. A simple collision wouldn't create 9 identical pieces, each powered like a miniature star. A rock doesn't shatter into 9 fragments that all generate 20 gigawatts of power. And then came the second shock. As if the universe decided the drama wasn't enough, another interstellar comet, Swan R2, was detected approaching from the opposite direction. It was a monster, 100 times more massive and luminous than 3I Atlas, its tail sprawling across the sky. In a cosmic coincidence too perfect to ignore, both interstellar visitors were scheduled to reach their closest approach to the Sun in the very same week this October, creating an unprecedented traffic jam in our inner solar system. Trajectory records showed that an object matching Swan R2's path appears every 2,200 years. Some researchers speculated it could be a cosmic protector, arriving to save us from 3I Atlas. Others insisted the opposite, that both have arrived with a shared purpose. Historians scrambled through ancient records. Chinese imperial archives from 200 BCE mention a heavenly dragon. Babylonian tablets describe a splitting star that preceded great upheaval. If the cycle holds, we are due for another visit right now. Amidst this escalating mystery, NASA and the European Space Agency have fallen almost completely silent. Their public statements are brief, sterile, and repeat that there is no evidence of any threat. But behind the scenes, a different story is unfolding. Leaked memos reveal frantic emergency briefings inside the Pentagon. Planetary defense scenarios are being modeled. China has reportedly repurposed its Long March 9 rocket program to design a high-velocity interceptor. Private companies like SpaceX have been quietly approached. The official silence is deafening, feeding a global paranoia. If the evidence is this strong, why is there no public preparation? Avi Loeb has formally petitioned the United Nations to convene an emergency session on interstellar object policy. He is calling for a global task force, openly suggesting we place our nuclear arsenals not on alert to attack, but to signal our capability. He argues that if these are probes, they are listening to our radio signals, and they must know we are not defenseless. The problem is time. The sudden appearance of 9 new, impossibly powerful objects has collapsed any timeline we thought we had. We are not prepared. October looms. Soon, people across the world will look up before dawn and see these green streaks of light, filled with both awe and a primal dread. This isn't a blurry UFO video. It's real data in peer-reviewed journals captured by our best telescopes. It's coming, and no one knows what it means. Will the 9 probes break formation and approach Earth? Will governments finally be forced to acknowledge an extraterrestrial presence? Or will October pass, leaving us with nothing but a spectacular light show and a mystery for the ages? The stakes have never been higher because the data has never been stranger. As Avi Loeb stated in his last press conference, the universe has finally knocked on our door. The question is, will we open it or will we hide? What do you think is happening in the dark skies above us? A cosmic collision, an alien intervention, or something else entirely? Let us know your theory in the comments below. And make sure you subscribe to follow every update on this unfolding space mystery.